action buddy comedy. Well, I guess that's funny moments. Action buddy comedy. Drive. Mark Dacascos, Kadeem Hardison. Directed by Steve Wang, who gave us Guyver, Dark Hero. I don't call that Guyver to me. That's the new Guyver film to me and stuff. So pretty much all that movie everybody knows about. I know it's a director's cut that has a featurette, and I think has a very fun commentary with Mark Dacascos, Steve Wang, Kadeem Hardison, which I would love to get my hands on in the future. But I got that one for now and everything. I did see the director's cut, the extra stuff they threw back in the movie they uploaded on YouTube. Like I liked the little thing we know about Mark Dacascos' character Toby Wong. We find out he had a girl or whatever. There was a love interest that got him to realize he was playing for the wrong team. A little bit more on emphasis on backstory, I guess, on Kadeem Hardison's character Malik and his problems with his wife, who actually is Shania Lathan, who will go on to be an AVP. And of course, in the first Blade film, she played Blade's mom and everything. But Drive is a very underrated movie. That's a movie I really think Steve Wang should get another crack at the movies again. I don't know. I heard he's working on something with Mark Dacascos. I hope that will come out soon. So that's at number 22, Drive. Number 21, once again, I got doubles again, which I'm going to get a couple more doubles down the line. So. These are two very underrated Richard Pryor films. A lot of people don't like them. I don't understand why, really. First one, maybe I can understand a little bit, but I still enjoy the film a lot, though, for what it is. Critical Condition. Movie Richard Pryor did, where I gotta review that some days. He plays this guy who's this who's going off to this guy to borrow some money, kind of like a big gangster type guy. And one thing leads to another, and he gets caught in a bust, and they tell him that he's dead if he goes to jail, so he faces an insanity plea. He does a funny thing in the courtroom, and ends up in a nut house with Randall Tex Cobb, who plays this guy who thinks he's black and stuff. A lot of chaos ensues until there's a storm on this island, which I thought was a good location for a hospital, an island, and kind of gets the whole island all fucked. I mean, gets the hospital gets all haywire. Like there's no electricity, there's no this, no that. So through the confusion, they mistake him as a surgeon, as a doctor, and that's where all the fun begins. So it's a fun movie. I mean, the sad part about Critical Condition, I agree. And, you know, some people that watch it, that you would notice this the start of Richard Pryor's MS. You can see it a little bit in his performance, like in scenes where they tell his character to go this way, he goes the opposite way and stuff. So you could see it, sort of, and like that. And I know during the making of the film, people behind the scenes thought that Richard Pryor was on drugs and stuff, because nobody knew what MS was. So he caught a lot of, you know, flack on the set, sad to say, from what I heard and everything. But it's still a good movie. I don't think it deserves a lot of hatred it gets, Critical Condition. I mean, it's a fun movie. You know, Richard Pryor using his wit and a lot of... I like the side characters. You got Garrett Morris from Martin TV series and from Jamie Foxx show. Bob Saget shows up there. Rachel Tickerton, you know, from Total Recall, she's there. Joe Mantegna's fun as well. I mean, good movie. I always enjoy Critical Condition. Right next to it, I have another Richard Pryor film. This will re-team up with Gene Wilder. And out of all the stuff they've done together, I would say this is my favorite, and I think they're best. A lot of people disagree. I don't understand why at all. But I know a good friend of mine, like I know Matt, I believe, and Mike love this film a lot. And that movie is, of course, 1989 movie, See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Very fun movie. The more I watch it, the more I laugh about it. Even as a kid, I still enjoy it to this day. You know, a very, very fun film. I don't know why it gets so much flack. People put Stir Crazy over this film, and I'm sorry. Stir Crazy, I'll be honest right now, it has a very good first act. But by the time you get to the third act, the movie falls to me because it loses the comedy. You get into this very boring escape, which is really for nothing, because by the time they escape, you realize, oh, gee, they were proven innocent. So it makes that whole tense thing really for nothing. And I know behind the scenes of Stir Crazy how Richard Pryor was very, very coked up because he was dealing with the loss of his with his grandmother and stuff. And there was a little video that was made on the set. You can find it on YouTube. I don't know if it's still up. I mean, it's funny, but it's a bit sad because you see, I think after that video was filmed, it'll be 4 days later he got into that accident where he freebased and lit himself on fire and stuff like that. So stir crazy. It has a good first 2 acts, but once you get to the third act with their escape and stuff, it just runs lackluster. See No Hino doesn't have that problem. It's funny from beginning to the end. A lot of moments. It's scene where they're at the bar and some guy picks up Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder's Guardian. 1 o'clock. Good, now 12. 5, 3. I can mix them. Yeah, to the left, to the left. You know, it's a lot of fun. I love seeing Hino Critical Condition. I don't think they deserve all the flack they get. I really don't. So that's a number 21. And Richard Pryor, he is greatly missed, by the way. Rest in peace, Richard. Number 20 is a movie that it is a Eddie Murphy classic. Now, granted, Eddie Murphy's entitled to his opinion. I understand this. Maybe he had a bad experience filming the movie or something, but I don't think it's the movie he should be apologizing for, a movie he should be ashamed of, to be honest. I could give him a list of a lot of films he could be ashamed of, but not this movie. And this one is, of course, The Golden Child. I want the knife. I want the knife. Please. You know, a lot of memorable stuff. And only a man whose heart is pure could wield the knife. And only a man whose ass is narrow could go down these stairs. If mine is such an ass, then I am that man. So there's a lot of fun stuff, really. I love The Golden Child, you know, really. Oh, man. I don't know why they get so much shit. A lot of people don't like the film. Eddie Murphy denounces it. I mean, I'm like, this is the same fucking guy who did Norbit, did Holy Man, did Beverly Hills Cop 3, and you're gonna denounce Golden Child? You're gonna, like, apologize for Golden Child? Fuck him. Granted, he's entitled to his opinion, but still, I don't think he should be apologizing for that. That's just my opinion. I know Matt would agree as well. Number 19 is a very, very fun sequel. I mean, though I could watch the first movie, the third one has its problems, but One Man makes it watchable, though, for me. And, of course, this one is, number 19 is a Canon Group classic, American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, I think it's called. Yes, Steve, James, it's a party! You know, and Michael Dudikoff. You know, fast pace, a lot of action, you know, the fun bar scene. What's happening, my brother? It's like that. Come on, baby, give me some. Ooh. Oh, boom. And then you got the music. It's a fun movie. I love American Ninja. One day I gotta review the American Ninja films. It's one of my favorites, to be honest. Right behind it, I'll put the first movie and stuff. That's still, but the second one just has more of the fun in it, though. The third one is watchable only for Steve James. In all honesty, I think me, Mike, and Matt the three of us would agree on that. I would like to hear you guys' thoughts out there on the American Ninja films. Really do. So that's a number 19. Number 18 is a movie I reviewed recently. I know Matt did a review of it and did a badass tribute to it. I hope you guys do some reviews of this movie down the line. And that is number 18 is Virtuosity. Hey, Parker, this one's for you. So, I don't have to explain about Virtuosity. Number 17, two, I would say, forgotten John Woo films. Which I call them forgotten because they don't get no good treatment on DVD at all. First one being, You've Lost Your Mind. Yeah, ain't it cool? I don't care whatever you say, I'm still gonna kick your ass. Broken Arrow. And right next to it, I got, How Does It Feel to Be Haunted? Oh, you tell me. You know better. And of course, that's Hard Target. Why don't you take your beak stick and your boyfriend and catch a bus? So that's Hard Target. I mean, come on. Overseas, they got an extended cut with some of the, you know, a little bit of the extra stuff put back in. But I think I mean, both films, Broken Arrow and Hard Target, I think they deserve DVD. I think 20th Century Fox should get out the ass and do something with Broken Arrow. You know, really. I mean, I think I've touched, me and the guys, we did touch on this, I believe, on that BS cast video, so you guys know my thoughts already about that. Anyway, I don't have to go repeating that. So Broken Arrow, Hard Target. Number 16, of course, Unreasonable Man, Make Life So Difficult. And of course, that movie is one of my favorite Rutger Hauer characters he's ever played. And that's number 16 is Blind Fury, the one and only Nick Parker. You know, very fun character. I gotta review Blind Fury one day. So that's on number 16. Number 15 is a movie I did a review for that only Matt saw, which I don't know why I did a whole month to this man. Nobody was interested. And I've offered many times in the future to resend videos out. No one seemed interested to look at them, so it's okay. I did it for me. And that one is the unofficial prequel, because I know originally it was supposed to be first. And that number 15, I have Chuck Norris.